All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And peace and safety to the Akim that's around the four corners of the world that's pushing out this truth, giving all diligence and putting their lives on the line to do so. It's the brother Karas's out here with the GMS Atlanta camp. Just here with the lesson going in on the topic of the work that we're doing. The reward that we're seeking is far more greater, than everyone else, because, whatever, these people are into, they want a reward for it, whether it be, Christians want, the vainglory and the money, even within Israel, you got Israelite camps, who's not teaching the 100% truth, but we here at GMS, starting with the apostles and elders on down, we teach, as the scriptures tell us, the volume of the book, man, and the reward that we are seeking, is eternal life, so without further ado, I'm going to get into the scriptures. I'm going to start off with 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." So the light affliction that we have, which is, the things that you're going to go through in the truth, whether it's, losing your family, losing your friends, losing your girlfriends or your wives, all for the truth's sake, it's only for a moment, because as we know, the Lord doesn't move on our time. It says, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So the glory, that we're working for, is far more exceeding and better, than pretty much, everyone else, man. And this is verse 18. It says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." And ultimately, that boils down, to us having faith and us trusting on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, because we look at the things, which are not seen. We trust, which is that's faith, man, hope. We look at the kingdom of heaven. We look at wanting to be joint heirs with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. We want to, we look at, us having eternal life, us dwelling in perfect, being perfect, and not surrounded by wickedness. Those are the things that we hope for, which the point that I want to hit on is, these people, the things that they, work and strive for, it's all temporal, man. It's all, it all can be destroyed. But you can't, the scriptures tell us about the incorruptible crown, which I want to get. You can't destroy it, man. You just can't. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 25. It says, I'll start at verse 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain." So that's really saying that, that everyone, who gets are called into the truth, basically, isn't going to receive, that prize, which is that crown. So it's up to us to endure, and keep pushing and fighting, going through your trials and tribulations, and striving, for the things which are not seen, that we may obtain the rewards that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai has stored up in heaven for us, man. So this verse 25, it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. So the corruptible crown can be destroyed, man. That's why we don't we basically hate our lives here, man, because we know that everything here, in America or in the world is corruptible, and it's going to be destroyed, man. America is going to be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles, man. That's why we're striving, for the incorruptible, because right before those missiles land, the Lord is going to beam up His elect men, and that's what we're striving for, man. So we won't be destroyed, man. It says verse 26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So basically, we're fighting this fight, not in a carnal sense, but in a or a fleshly sense, but in a spiritual way, man. We're not fighting this thing to obtain a corruptible crown, man. That's why the Lord told us, that which I'm going to get. Matter of fact, I'll just go to it. This John 12 and 25. It says, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it into life eternal. So that's why we hate our lives, man. We don't want nothing that Babylon has to offer, man. If the gifts aren't coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man, to hell with it, man. We're seeking that eternal life, man. That's why it says, he that loveth his life shall lose it. So you don't want to, be caught up in the world, seeking out things, that's not that's really pleasing to your flesh, because you'll get caught up, as we've seen it a numerous amount of time. Man has fallen out of the truth, because basically they fell in love with what Babylon had to offer, man. That's why we hate the place that we're in. You're supposed to meditate on getting out of this place, man. And meditate on the things that the Lord has stored up for you. It says, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. So that's what this thing is about, man. That eternal life, man. And Lord willing, our family members, and those that believe and not scoff at, what we're trying to push and teach, that they be saved too. But I'm gonna close off with this verse in Matthew 19 and 29. It says, and everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So that's what we're doing, man. We're making those sacrifices, man. We're not striving for that corruptible crown, man. So if it comes down to of us losing our family members, not having that relationship that we once had, for the Lord's name, for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah name, hey, he's going to give us that reward, which is the everlasting life, as it says here in Matthew 19 and 29. So place your thoughts, and this goes for me as well. We should place our thoughts, on what the Lord has in store for those who is striving, for that incorruptible crown, man. We're trying to receive that everlasting life. It's verse 30. I'm going to close off on this verse. It says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. That's right, man. So, as they mock us and say, those guys with the dresses, those bums, what are they talking about? They ride by the highways and byways, cursing and making mockery of us, as they go on, about and with their followers. Hey, they're going to be last in the kingdom, man. Because now they now what they're doing is they're living their life, they're loving their lives, man. They're not willing, to give up, certain things, in order, to receive the gifts that the Lord has in store for us, man. Just as Yahweh Shah told the rich man, like, are you willing to give up your riches, man? And he wasn't. It's scripture say the rich man can't inherit the kingdom of the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. So that's why the first shall be last and the last shall be first, man. Because we're willing to give up certain things, and go through the trials and tribulations that the Lord is going to put us through to obtain that incorruptible crown. But without further ado, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule and teach well. Till the next time, Shalom.